Welcome back to Dive Channel. I'm JP Falaise, and today we're out with Lee, Matt and myself. We're just going to go down south first so Matt can get some scallops, earn his living, and then I think me and Lee are going to go up the tower, see if we can find any flatfish.
Oh, that's a 10. It's a 10 for splash. That's a nice daddy long legs.
Yeah. That's a nice one.
Yeah. Very red. Fiery. Oh, I lost a leg. Some old ones there, look, they got keel worms on. Not bad, I do 4 cocktails.
Now Matt's earned a couple of quid. Me and Lee's going to go dive the tower. This area is called the tower because of Brehon Tower, this is quite close by. Didn't really go to plan this dive, if I'm honest. I was meant to dive in after Lee and follow his rope. Well, sort kind of twine really, because he only dives with a spike because he's a flatfish diver. And basically this green twine you can see to my left, it's only about 6-7 mil thick. I was meant to follow that down. And there is a diver at the end. But Lee's a bit like Richard. He's very, very quick through the water because he only wears a wetsuit. So little do I know, there's no way I'm going to ever catch up with him. Visibility doesn't look that good up of here, still looks a bit snotty, but we're going to have a look anyway. I think we've dropped a little bit too far north because we're on this reef, and there's reef at the south and at the north end of it. So you normally drop down at the north side and drift down south. We should be seeing some nice sand here, but we haven't, so I already know we're too far north. We still use landmarks or site marks for this, so yet to have any numbers on any GPS or any plotter. So it's basically just line up 2 parts of somewhere with the north of Jetu with a lumping sark. Not quite sure, I wasn't really listening to be honest, but I was told if you drop to the bottom and you're not on the nice sand, swim southwesterly, so that's what I'm going to do. Lee is long gone, so there's no chance I'm going to find him now. This kind of looks like nice bottom. It's not really a sand, more like a gravel. And there is loads of sand eels around here that have just went past me. But yeah, I think this is probably a good, yeah, probably good enough for a flatfish. Very shelly. Good thing is there's not much current at the moment, so I can kind of swim in whatever direction I want. And every so often you're seeing this little bits of thicker gravel or little bits of reef. There is marks where there's been fish, or were those knees from Lee? Possibly they are the knee marks from Lee. But to be honest, normally when a diver comes through here and he kicks up a load of dust, so I don't think he's been here. It's a good sign. No, actually, I think a diver has been through here. These are dead Dead crab. Thought that was a cannibal, but it's not. Got a feeling I'm going to swim back to the reef now, because it's the bottom's got a bit more broken again. So I'm going to try and swim more southerly than southwesterly. Again, loads of really nice small sand eels swimming past. It's always good when you see the bait. If you're hunting a fish, you need to look obviously at what they're eating or where potentially they'd be. So the fact there's sand eels here is a really good sign. I haven't seen a flatfish for a couple of months now. I think the last couple we seen were probably down the west coast with Paul Carre. But yeah, I haven't seen a proper flatfish this year on the east coast. We always see Dover soles on a couple of places, but apart from that, I don't think I've seen any decent flatfish. And when I say decent, over £5, a decent turbot or a brill. That's what I'm after. We may even see some rays, because at the moment there seem to be loads of rays around. That's the part, when you dive in places like this, you pick up stones that kind of look like something else. Look like I don't know, like an ingot of copper or something then. Or some sort of old hammer or tool, but it obviously wasn't, it was just a piece of stone. I think I've probably dived less than 5 times in this location. So, and I've never seen a flatfish here, but apparently this is a really good mark. Back in the day, as they say. That's the thing with flatfish as well, they are so well camouflaged. They could be completely buried deep in this gravel and you'd never see them. The way you normally see them is if they move, or if you can see marks where it swum along, it's kind of left an imprint of where the fish was, where it's kind of shaken itself in and then decided it wasn't happy there and swum off to another place. So we do look for flatfish markings. This is a very flat seabed. Sometimes I like to see it on the wavy seabeds, and they normally lay on the back faces. So if the tide's coming towards me now, they'll be laying on the side where fish are going to swim over the top of the ridge and then, well, potentially straight to their mouth. These are really, really small sand eel. Another thing worth noting is the fact that this area isn't trawled by fishing boats because there's just so many reefs around it. So there's a high chance we might see something, but like I say, with diving you do not know what you're going to see. The sea is a massive area. The chance of you swimming down a 2 or 3 metre wide strip of seabed and seeing stuff is pretty slim, believe it or not, and it's becoming slimmer and slimmer as the years go by. It's weird, I haven't seen any other fish because I'd be expecting the normal likes of the dogfish, the cuttlefish. I keep stopping and checking my compass, make sure I'm going the right way. For some reason, I'm going northeasterly. I'm not quite sure why I'm going northeasterly when I've been told to go southwesterly, but anyway, I'll carry on. I don't think I can swim too far before I go onto reef, and if I go onto reef I'm going to have to go up anyway, so I've changed my mind. I'm going to turn around and swim the way I should be swimming, the location I've been told to swim. Just thinking to myself, if I go too far Matt's going to pull me up anyway, so I better swim southwesterly. It might not be a surprise, I'm not really that keen on flatfish fishing. I mean, I do like it. I like to get a flatfish. It's probably the best fish I like to, the only fish I'd probably eat, to be honest. especially a bit nice big turbot, because I don't like bones, which is ironic really, because I live right near the sea, yet I don't eat hardly anything out the sea. But yeah, I just find it a little bit, it's very soothing and very quiet and very calming, but it's kind of all the same. It's just sand. It's like walking across a desert. Fingers crossed I start seeing a bit more soon. Good thing is I can still hear Matt above. That's always comforting for me on the bottom. Oh look, flatfish. Tiny little flatfish. Not quite sure what type of flatfish it is, but look, it's camouflaged. Can't even see it. It's disappeared. Can you see it? There's great patterns on it. Could be wrong, but given its shape, it kind of looks like a top knot or brill. Probably a top knot. Very symmetrical triangle patterns on its back. But we're not after anything that small. It'll have to be 20 times the size to be worth taking, that's for sure. Kept seeing these small fish out the corner of my eye. I'm not quite sure what they were to start off with. This is a baby red mullet. I've always been told they're almost see-through with a red line through the middle. There's a few here. Another good places for flatfish, for them hiding, is around these small reefs. Take a little look around here. The seabed, as you can tell, is getting a little bit wavier now. There's another one of them baby red mullet. Good thing is I can still hear Matt motoring around above me. But yeah, this, I don't know why there isn't any more flatfish in this stuff. It's lovely, lovely ground. Have a quick check how much bottom time I've got left. I'm only shallow. Oh, I've still got 26 minutes left. I've only been 15 minutes on the dive. Starting to get a little bit bored. Still got 140 bar left. So do I go back to the surface and save this for somewhere else? Because I can't see any flatfish around here. You can see marks, lines and stuff. So I don't know if that is Lee's string that's made that, or maybe his trailing fin. But I'm sure I'm travelling the same direction of him. But I'm probably, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 minutes behind him now. He's probably shot right off into the distance. Let's take one more little look around these reefs, and then we'll make a decision. Another master of the skies, big cuttlefish. You didn't see him until his head changed colour, did you? I didn't. Must be flatfish around here, because that cuttlefish is mimicking a flatfish, staying right to the bottom, making its body nice and flat, and almost giving the appearance of swimming. Trying my hardest to try and find us a flatfish, but there's just no flatfish around here. Well, if there is flatfish around here, they're hidden pretty well. Bit conscious now because I think I'm probably in the approach to Herm, where we got boats going back and forth all the time. I'm at 120 bar, so I think I'm going to end up going up. More cuttlefish. There's a cannonball. I've seen a few cannonballs at the corner of my eye. There's probably right on the edge of their range from where they're getting shot at Hugala Pair, or Salary Battery, or Kempt Fort, or maybe even Castle Cornet. Yes, I think it's definitely a cannonball. See if we can move it. It might be stuck to the encrusted to the floor. But then again, I have thought this was a cannonball before and ended up digging it out and finding it was actually a bomb. Or sometimes it's the round balls on the end of a large anchor. What do you reckon it is? Well, I'm not going to find out. I'm going to leave it. Just as I was on my way up, I could hear Matt revving. Them revs mean you've got to get to the surface as fast as you can.
Did you see any? I seen one.
Did you?
And it's about that big. Loads of cannonballs though. This is interesting. Cannonballs everywhere.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I was going to whack one off the reef, but I thought, well, I can't use my feet. And then Matt pulled me up because I was miles away. Oh well, worth a look. Cuttlefish everywhere.
Yeah.
I've seen loads and loads. And spiders, yeah, buried spiders.
Yeah.
And obviously sand eel.
Yeah. Plenty of sand.
But next, let's go, see if we can go find anything.
The next dive site isn't far from the previous one. It's a little bit further south. I'll come back to the same location where I found the olive jar, because Matt wants to have a little look as well. Don't know if he's interested in trying to find an olive jar as well, but I don't think there's any around here. But we'll go and have a look anyway. There might be other stuff. There's plenty of stuff that's been thrown off of boats over the hundreds, well, even longer, sometimes thousands of years. Now this reef is absolutely humongous, not so much in height, but it's spread out over a massive area. Loads of different small reefs. But everything apparently washes up that gets lost on the east coast, washes up towards this area and sits up against the reef until it can't roll any further. So there's all sorts of bits and bobs. Tell you what, there's a lot of starfish around here. I'm just digging all the rubbish out the seabed. It's just random rubbish really. Stuff that's just been thrown over. And this is almost where it was, because I remember swimming past this 4-inch waste pipe. Now don't ask me what a 4-inch plastic waste pipe's doing around here, because I really haven't got a clue. It's may have drifted off from a beach somewhere, or maybe it was just chucked over the side of the boat. But it's not actually that old. This is a modern piece of plastic drainage pipe, albeit covered in sea life. If you dive in any of these areas around here, it's absolutely covered in starfish. That's why you see so many dead shells on the seabed around here. Basically, it's thousands of years of starfish just eating the cockles, clams, whatever they are. Oh look, Matt's found some sort of jar. Not quite sure what type of jar that is. Looks like either a mustard or a marmalade. So yeah, I can imagine someone on their boat coming along and just chucking it over the back when it's been finished with. Looks like there's other stuff, but it's basically just shells. And like I said before on the previous dive, it looks like the tide has pushed all these shells right up against this reef and actually lifted them up on edge. They're all standing up. So it just shows how much tide is around this area. And all the shells are up against the hard rocks. Quite a colourful place. There's jewel anemones all over the place. Nice orangey colour. And all the sand is obviously banked right up against the reef. So this was an area that we did see a big shoal of bass swim through. It doesn't look like they're here today though. I think we're probably just going to swim around the outside. More interested in finding knickknacks and rubbish. Is this a bit of rubbish here? Nope, looks like a really old piece of sheet metal of some sort. Probably off the underside of a boat. There's also this stuff as well, not quite sure what this is. Looks like lead. Yeah, looks like a bit of lead cable. I think we'll leave that, we're not going to pull too much on that. Now as I'm around the corner, I can feel the tide coming back into us. Quite strong, to be honest. I'm struggling to pull my line over. There's a baby conger, a whip. It's a very small one. The small ones you get like a black line around the tail, and the tail almost looks see-through. You can see there the tide washing past. Starting to pull quite hard now. It's not going to be much longer before we have to abandon this dive and go back to the surface. It will get so strong we'll get washed away from the reef out and onto the sand. It's another small medicine bottle. Probably doesn't look that old. Maybe a Boots Chemist one. This is quite common where you don't see any fish whatsoever and you swim past, especially with bib or these pelting. You swim past a hole and they all seem to come out to see you. I don't think they're going to be poking their head much over the top of the reef because it is quite strong, this tide. as you can see, I'm almost out of air. I've only got 70 bar left. Look at my line as well. That's the problem when the tide's pulling. I'm trying to pull back against the line, which I'm obviously not going to win. I might hold it off for a bit, but eventually the tide will beat me. That's definite. The problem is, the more I struggle, the more air I use, so I've got to get back to the surface yet, so I don't want to leave it too long. We are fairly shallow at 20 metres, so I'm happy to stay down here another 5-10 minutes. We just ended up back where we started, so no point filming that, and I've only got 40 bar left and a little bit of safety stuff to do. Can't believe it, it's August and it's gone really horrible again. That visibility is not normally like this. On a normal year we don't get lots of blooms. Hope you enjoyed them dives, something a little bit different. We tried going flatty bashing. It didn't go as well as to be planned because we didn't see any flatties, to be honest. But still enjoyable day, and I'm happy to be under the water. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did like it, please leave a thumbs up and a comment, so I do like chatting to you. And I'll catch you on the next tide.